Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and I'm so excited to show you my DIYs for today. So this is a apple that I got at, I don't know, Marshall's or Home Goods or whatever it said for $3.99. Then I got the nest, and I want to say I paid like $6 for that. And I got the USA truck for $6. So these are like after the season Rae Dunn stuff that was super cheap, and I knew that I could do something else with it. So for the apple, it was super easy. I mean, I've seen these Rae Dunn apples go for tons and tons of money, but I knew that I could do it myself. So I paid $4 for the apple, and all I did was cut the word poison out using the Rae Dunn font that I had actually bought off of Etsy, and I just cut it on I have a Cricut Joy, so I have the real small one. I don't do real big projects with my Cricut, but that was it. It was that easy. I just cut the thing and put it on there. So now this one is a lot of fun. So I just turned the truck the opposite direction. So on the other side it says USA. I cut out Haunted Hayride with my Cricut, and I'm just going to put it on the side of the truck. So I did have one of those little ghosty stickers from the Dollar Tree. I cut his little body off and put his little head sticking in the window. And then the hay bale is also from the Dollar Tree. And my string lights are actually from Pier 1. RIP Pier 1. There's no more Pier 1s anymore. But I know that you can get these, the string lights, the copper lights. What are they called? Fairy lights. The fairy lights at the Dollar Tree as well. I just had a bunch of these, so I'm using it, and they're orange. And then my little skeletons, I believe I got these at the 99-cent store. And I just, they were on a garland, so I just picked them off, and I'm gluing their little butts down onto my hay bale so that they'll stay there as I move it around throughout the season. And I know you guys are thinking like Halloween, it's so far away, it's 3 months away, but in my book, Halloween is number one. I love to decorate for Halloween, so I'm always thinking what I'm going to do next to do, make my decor go above and beyond. Plus, I had these fabulous Rae Dunn pieces that I couldn't pass them up for $6 a piece. Like, what am I going to do with these? So here I am gluing down these sparkly pumpkins that I got from the Dollar Tree. They come in 2 different colors. They come in the purple and orange, but I thought that purple would be good for this one. So I just decided to cut one of those skeletons. So I had put the first one in half, and he's just the top, and then I wanted to put the legs in there just to kind of give it a little, comical little look to it. The chains from the Dollar Tree, and that's it. You could do whatever you want to the back of that haunted hayride. You could do it totally different, but I thought that that was a really cute idea for this. So I don't know what happened to this clip, guys. I am so sorry, but this is the nest, and all I did was use a black paint marker, and I covered up the white word nest, and I put a bat sticker that I got from the Dollar Tree over the word nest. So I had this little chalkboard sign, and I cut the word Vampire Hut out of it, and I glued some little like wall bats that I had got off of Amazon last year. See, there it is right there. There was like 100 of them in this packet, and so you could put them on the wall and they look like they're flying on the wall. So that's what I used for this. So I just glued some of the bats to the birdhouse, and I stuck a little bit of mesh inside the hole because I wanted to pop that orange, and that was super easy. I'm sorry that I didn't show you the beginning of it, but you get the point. It's super easy. You could do whatever you want. I thought later on after I did it, I was like, oh man, I should have put Batcave. So you put whatever you want, what makes you happy. This right here was $6, okay? So this is a quinoa container because apparently nobody wanted the quinoa ones because there's always rows of them every time I go to the store. So I took her outside and I spray painted it with a matte black. Now, I don't know what happened. I am no good at spray painting. You're not going to get tips from me, but it was because of the matte, it had that real like rough finish to it. So I took my sanding block to it just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. And then when I went to go wipe the dust off, all the fuzz from my paper towel stuck to it. So you're going to constantly see fuzz in this video, but you know what? It just adds to the charm. It is okay. It is not that serious. This is crafting. This is going to be in my own house. And when you see it finished, not a little bit of fuzz is going to ruin this at all in any way, shape, or form. So this is my spiderweb transfer from Couture. You know how much I love it. It is the best stuff ever. And I'm just fuzzing it so when I go to pull it off of there, it doesn't rip all the paint off. And I'm also going to use some surface wax. So then again, this gets fun because I get more fuzz all over my project. So I'm putting the surface wax on there because it seals in the paint and lets me do the transfer on top of the surface wax, like once it's a hardened surface. So I just do my wax on, wax off over here, get more fuzz all over the place. It is what it is, guys. Seriously, like it was bothering me, but then I thought, okay, well, it'll all work itself out, which, like I said at the end, you're totally gonna agree with me because it is so stinking cute. This one by far is my favorite DIY that I did for here. So I didn't separate these DIY 1, 2, 3, and 4. You see that they just flowed one right after the other. My brain was going 100 miles a minute. When I'm doing crafts, sometimes that's what happens is like I'm doing them and I think I'm recording, but I'm not recording. But you know what? I am just a human doing the best I can to share my creativity with you. So here is white chalk paste and I put it on pretty heavy-handed. I'm still learning how to use these transfers, and I've learned that using it a little bit more heavy-handed helps out to get a nice solid coat. So I wanted this to wrap around this container. So you're going to see spider webs all over the place. I thought it was so cute. I could not resist. My husband is deathly afraid of spiders. Like, he will throw me in front of the bus before he wants to mess with the spider. So, I was chuckling as I was making this because I'm like, ooh, he's going to love this. See how pretty? Oh, I love it. So I'm just going to go around all 4 corners and I'm going to put spider webs. And see how great this is? Like literally, I didn't have to do nothing. I just slapped it back on, put some more chalk paste, and away we go. Like it was that easy. Like I could keep using it over and over again. I didn't have to clean it in between. It was really nice. Really, really nice. So since I wanted to do all the corners, I'm just going to use my heat tool to dry it the best that I can. So when I lay it down on the table, I'm not going to wipe any more off. So I did clean it. So I went all the way around the whole container and then I cleaned it. And then I wanted to do the top because I wanted to make sure I had a nice crisp transfer for the top because you're going to see it. There's no turning one side to the other. Like it is what it is. So I'm just putting it on there however I felt like it would look cute. And I'm just transferring on the design. And look at how cute that is. I love it. So I'm just going to do both sides here. Give it some good coverage. And then I'm actually going to show you how easy it is to clean these transfers. So satisfying. So satisfying. Yes. Okay, so I'm using a Clorox wipe. I know you have them in your house. Easy peasy. Look at that. So I just literally clean the top off, clean the bottom. So you could see on the bottom where it's fuzzy from where I fuzzed it. And then it like picked up the fuzz that was on the container itself. So I just kind of use my finger and rub around and get them off. So it's pretty simple. If it's a bigger transfer or a darker color, I just take it in. I have a little bucket where I put water in it and I just, use the water to do it. I still always use a Clorox wipe to get the massive amount off first. But it's that easy. Super easy to clean. And the best part is you can use it over and over and over again. Put the back on, and it's ready to go for the next time. So this is another Couture transfer, October 31st, and I'm using the ink chalk paste because I still have not yet got my orange chalk paste. So I'm going to use the ink. So you're going to notice that the color is going to change between when I show you it right now and when I show it to you in a couple seconds, because I ended up using the ink, not liking it. I didn't get the full look that I wanted, so I went and I actually used regular chalk paint, and it turned out perfect. So let's watch this happen, the magic happen right now. Okay, so there's the color change. So much better. I love, love, love the orange. It just really pops against that that black and the white with the spider webs. So these are just pipe cleaners. I got them from the Dollar Tree. They come a bunch in a pack, and I got 4 of them out. So I am going to make spider legs because I think it's even cuter with spider legs coming out the top of this container. So I just got the 4, I wrapped them all together, and then I'm just bending the little feet down so that you could tell that they're little legs. And then you mess with this however you want. At first I put it, and I had legs coming out all the sides, but then I wasn't liking that. So there's legs all over the side. But I like how I ended up doing it in the long run. So this is the best part about DIYing, guys. You just keep messing with it till it makes you happy, till you like it, because you're the one that's going to have to look at it. So it's all about your preference. I thank you guys so much for being here for this DIY. If you're liking what you're seeing, go ahead and hit the like button down below and subscribe, share with your friends. I appreciate you guys so much. My channel is growing, and I'm so appreciative. You guys are really the best. I just, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough. And I definitely want to know what DIY was your favorite. This one right here is mine. So those little purple spiders came from the Dollar Tree as well. They're on little clips. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull the clip off. And then I'm going to take my wire cutters and I'm going to cut the piece that comes down from the spider right there so that it's flat. So it's easier for me to adhere it to this container. So just a little hot glue. You can't see me hot gluing, but that's what I'm doing. A little hot glue, and I put my spider on top. And then I'm going to add one more spider because I like everything in 3s. I'm a weirdo like that. So one spider on top, the spider coming out the middle, and a spider on the front bottom. I love the purple, the pop. Oh my gosh, that orange, the purple, the black and the white. This is my jam. I love this. I cannot wait to put this out in my house so I can look at it and love it every single day in the month of October. So if you want to talk total cost, this probably cost me, let's say I paid $1 for the spiders, $6 for the container, plus paint. So we're going to call it $8. For $8, I have a fully customized Halloween canister. So here is our end shot. This is everything that we made, our Rae Dunn dupes. So there's our haunted hayride. So cute. I love him. Look at him driving. Little ghosty. And then our October 31st container. sound. And our vampire hut, aka the Bat Cave when I changed the sign. I love them. Okay, so this is a bonus DIY. So I have been making these, and I was making them and thought I should totally be recording me doing this. So this is just a little snippet into me creating potion bottles. So that powder that I put in right there is just like an iridescent powder. Honestly, mica powder would be so much better because it would blend in so much better. I'm using hand sanitizer and water. So the hand sanitizer helps to suspend the colors and the powders in the liquid. Plus, it's not going to evaporate as quickly as water would. So I just put those in there, shake it up. Now, again, I lost the footage, or I wasn't recording because I was having so much fun doing this. But all I do is mix it up, and then I added coloring. So I did pink coloring. So there you can see. So I added pink coloring into that. That was the color that I had originally. And then I dropped black in. And because the hand sanitizer is so thick, it lets me put the black where I want it in the bottle. So I'm just making a witch's brew. I think it's super cute. I used Mod Podge. I just got the labels off the internet. I'm using Mod Podge to stick it to the bottle. And then I just had a little brown paint mixed with water to age the label. And then I'm going to go over one more time with the Mod Podge to make sure that this label stays on. So right here, I wanted to kind of age the bottle so that it looked not brand new and shiny, you know. I wanted to give it a little bit. So I went over with some black. And then I'm just kind of patting it off and going from there. So I'm going to hot glue the cork in because we do not want that liquid coming out. So hot glue the cork, and then this little fancy schmancy thing I got was from Amazon. Now, don't buy this one. I'm going to tell you in advance because that's the little tea light that came with it. That's the container that came with it, and then the little spoon. So I had probably made, I don't know, 12 bottles, and I was halfway through making bottles, and the whole thing underneath like caught on fire. It was a crazy hot mess, and these are not supposed to catch on fire because they're intended for you to melt wax. So this is a kit that I bought for, you know, when you're doing a letter and you put the little stamp on the back. See, that's already me like looking at it like, wait a minute, what's going on? So this is what this kit is. So I just need to get a better little container that goes over the candle, or you don't need one of those at all. You could just totally use a candle. And that's what I ended up doing because I threw this thing away. So, but the wax is great. The little stamp I had is great. But it is a learning curve. This is the first time I did it. Obviously 3 little pellets was not enough to cover the top of my bottle. So I end up using a total of 7. So 4 of the pink, 6 of the pink, 1 of the black. The black totally took over the pink on the first time. While I'm sitting here waiting for this to melt, I decided to wipe some of the black off because I thought it was too much, but it's still on there, giving it a little bit of a aged look to the bottle without looking like I just painted the bottle black. So I'm waiting for my wax to melt. You can buy them in wax sticks. You can use candle wax, whatever. Candle wax. Most people have candles in their house, which is really nice. So that was a little better. Again, not the color I was really going for, but we're just going to do it. So I put my stamp in. See all the smoke? The smoke was going crazy. So I just put my stamp in and it's sealed. So this one is in a different container altogether. This is from the Dollar Tree. I got the label off of the internet, and I'm just using Mod Podge again. I don't know why I did that. Mod Podge again to put down the label, and I'm just covering right over that weird spot, and it makes the label look even cooler because it gives it that little wrinkly old effect to it. So Mod Podge on the bottom and Mod Podge over the top, Make sure you want to seal that label in so it doesn't come off. Okay, so this one was so cool. The inside looks so legit. So this is just cotton balls. I'm pulling them apart and I'm going to put them, this is all going to be in layers. So again, I'm using the iridescent powder. I'm just going to sprinkle some into the cotton. And then this is just watered down Mod Podge, and it's just because I had the liquid right there and that's why I used it. I didn't want to waste it. And then I'm adding bottled water into it. So I'm just going to get my little skewer stick and I'm going to swish it around until I have mixed up that iridescent powder into that cotton. So this is going to give it that look of, if you look up Venom, it has that kind of like iridescent, spooky looking look to it. It's spooky, like Venom itself is spooky looking. So I just added some hand sanitizer. This is watered down green paint right here that's coming next. I added green hand sanitizer to it. Ooh, look at that. So cool. I love it. Yes. This was so satisfying and so much fun. Like, the inner child in me came out. Making these, I had such a blast. Like, that's what I'm saying. I was totally doing it, not paying attention to my recording skills. I was just going for it and having so much fun. And that's the best thing about these, is you can do whatever you want and it's going to look so cool and so spooky in my Halloween decor. You can use them on a tiered tray, pop them in a vignette, whatever you want to do. So just more cotton. This is Kelly Green acrylic paint that I'm going to add water to and thin it out. So the cotton's just helping me to be able to have the layers, plus it's soaking up the excess liquid. So it's green, it's shimmery, it's gooey because of the hand sanitizer. It's just awesome all the way around. So you just mix it. This is a messy process, but so much fun. So green hand sanitizer. Yes, it looks like it gives it that fluid motion. So I just a little hot glue around the top and I pop the lid on because, again, you don't want this liquid coming out. So this is just watered down brown paint and I'm just going around so I can just give the top a little bit of an aged look to it. You don't want it to be super shiny because the bottle does, it's potion, it's supposed to look old. So I just went over the label with it just to like age the whole thing. And that's it. It was that easy and that fun. So I'm just going to go let you watch the end screen where we have the video of other bottles that I've made. The Skelgrow. Oh my gosh. I love Harry Potter. I had to make a Harry Potter set. I couldn't help myself. Again, I got the labels right off the internet. It's going to look super cute in my Halloween decor. Thank you again so much for being here. I will be back with fall DIYs. We'll wait on some more Halloween ones, but Polyjuice Potion. So we're gonna get right into fall after this. Thank you guys so much. Again, I really, really appreciate you. You're all the best. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Drop your favorite DIY down in the comment box. Give me a pumpkin emoji just to let me know that you even watched it this far. You guys are the greatest. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day.